Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 5 of the 5-day challenge and happy Friday. I don't know how you're feeling. I am feeling tired because it's been a long week of life, but I'm feeling energized and pumped up because I have been working really diligently in the background, behind the scenes for you. So we have 2 things we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to go ahead and cover the last day of the 5-day challenge. I have today's lesson for you. Then I'm going to tell you about the announcement because I told you something was coming. And if you watched yesterday, you already got your hint about what was coming. You just don't know all the details in regards to what that something is. So, you know the drill. Let me share this out to everybody, make sure everyone can jump in and see what's happening, and then we're going to get this party started. And yes, it's a party. I'm jazzed, y'all. I'm jazzed. This is just really, really awesome that you have been joining all week long and challenging yourself to just do a little makeup every day. I know that for some of you, that is a huge thing. Putting on a little lipstick, swiping on a bit of mascara, putting a tad bit of blush on the cheeks. It makes a difference when you actually just say to yourself, we're going to try it. We're just going to do a little something, right? And I want to know, how's it been feeling for you? Has it been feeling comfortable, or has it been feeling a little nerve-wracking? Because I understand that it can feel that way. Do you find that you have been getting compliments? Have people noticed, and have they noticed in a good way? Like, wow, you look really nice. Or have they noticed in a way that made you feel like kind of on display? Like, oh no, they can see it. Maybe I put on too much. That happens, right? That's a normal reaction. I don't want you to be nervous or feel like it's just you or that you did anything wrong. What I want you to think about is that often when you do something different, people are going to notice. And the reason why is because, strangely enough, people do kind of pay attention. They do. Other people are oblivious, right? So you kind of think about, I work with kids. You all know I'm a 4th grade teacher. 9 and 10-year-olds, they see everything. I often think like they're not that interested in what I'm doing, what I'm putting on, what I'm not putting on, but you will get real reactions from children. They will say like, oh, you look really nice today. Miss Fowler, I like your eyeshadow. Straight up, it happens. And I'm like, wow, thanks. I like my eyeshadow too, right? I don't say that to them. That's not how you receive a compliment. But sometimes you do get a notice, right? And then other times it feels a little judgy, like, oh, you notice, and what do you think about that? Like, are you going to make me feel uncomfortable? Or if I've worn lipstick for the first time and I haven't before, are you now saying that like I did it wrong? And I know that can be really uncomfortable. And what I want you to understand though is that if somebody is realizing that you did something a little different, it means that they are seeing that you took a little time to do something nice for you. And that actually can be like a chain reaction because it really motivates other people to say, well, I can do something a little nice for me too. And insert that thing here, whatever it is that makes somebody feel good. For some people, it's, putting a little color on. For some people, you may find that they get their coffee in the morning, right? Yes, all the coffee this morning. But I just want you to understand and feel supported in the fact that if you do something a little bit different when it comes to just putting a tad bit of makeup on, people may notice. And it's okay to feel a little uncomfortable with that, but don't let it stop you. There's a phrase that I've learned from many makeup artists. We used to say it at MAC all the time, and it goes, you like it, I love it. A friend of mine once asked, like, oh, so what about so-and-so's makeup? It just felt like a little heavy to me. And I said, you're not going to hear from me on that one. Because it's not my job to judge anybody's makeup. And honestly, if it makes you feel good, all day, every day, baby, put that on. It's not about what makes other people feel good. It's not about what makes other people say like, oh, look at that. Hey, happy Friday. but it's really about what works for you, what makes you feel like your best self. And if this color lipstick works for me, but you see it and you're like, it's a little too plummy, well, then don't wear it. Easy peasy, right? Everybody makes their own choices about what works for them. I want you to feel more confident making choices about what works for you. So I've shared everything out. Here's what we need to do. Introductions. So if you've been watching, you already know me. And at this point, after 5 days, you're like, oh, I feel like we're friends, right? So hello to everybody who does not know me. My name is Keela Fowler. I am the founder and CEO of 85 Beauty. And the mission of this business is to kick intimidation to the curb and make makeup feel easier and more accessible for everyone, but especially for our women on the go, because I just feel like every time I turn around, we have more and more demands and responsibilities placed on us, and we're happy to do them. But y'all, it gets to be a lot, and you still want to feel and look pretty, right? So these are some of the ways that I address helping those women to be able to do those things. Feel pretty, look pretty, make it fast. There it is. So day 5, I have notes, but they're not printed, which is unlike me. I actually am on the road, which is why hotel room, right? So I'm going to do a couple things. First, if you are watching on the replay, if you're watching live right now, you know, I need some feedback. I need to hear from you. I want to know that you're here. In the comment box, wherever you are, do a little wave emoji, say hi. I already saw Kim, happy Friday, but make sure that you're letting me know that you are here. Same with questions. Anything that I say that you get confused by, let me know so that I can clear it up. Because first, I talk kind of fast. Second, I try to cover a lot in a short amount of time. And third, sometimes I just don't make sense. That's just what happens sometimes. So it's really helpful if you tell me, hey, can you clear that up? Or can you tell me more about what you meant when you said that? That'll really help me to help you. Okay, so let me just line up my notes so that we can get right into today's lesson because it's big. And then, like I said, announcement time. So talking about today, I did not tell you yesterday, besides the announcement, what we were discussing, but the topic of the hour is the final day. No, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. No, the topic of today is cleaning your brushes and sanitizing your tools. So let's do a quick recap. Day 1, Monday, we talked about the 5, which is the 5 features you are going to need to ever worry about addressing when putting on makeup. Day 2, we talked about MIA. Minimize, illuminate, amplify, the 3 ways you address whichever feature you are looking at. Day 3, we talked about the canvas, which is all of your maintenance and prep steps that are going to completely transform how fast you're able to do your makeup. And then yesterday we did the 10-minute face, which actually ended up being a 7-minute face because y'all, I got skills. And as I taught you yesterday, if you are lining up your products and then putting them on and then dropping them back into your makeup bag, first of all, you're cleaned up at the end. Second of all, you've already gotten through everything. So there are so many ways that I'm going to tell you about in a moment. Tips, tricks like that, that will absolutely just speed up your routine. Okay. And today, here's what we're talking about. Tools, brushes, cleaning, and sanitizing. So over the years of working as a makeup artist, one of the things that I would find so surprising every time it would happen is that there's this trend, right? This is when I was working at makeup stores, makeup counters, right? Someone would come in and they'd say, I bought this brush, it was really expensive, or I made an investment, or it was great and I loved it, but it just stopped working. It just doesn't do what it's supposed to do anymore. And at first you think, oh gosh, like I hope that there wasn't something about the brush itself that maybe like the hair started falling out. You try to troubleshoot, right? Because for example, if you clean your brushes and then you sit them up to dry so that the brush part is at the top and the base is at the bottom, the water can leak in and loosen up the glue that's holding the bristles together in the ferrule. It's that like tight spot right there. And what will happen is your brush hairs can start to fall out. And you wonder, what's happening? Why is this thing falling apart? Well, it's because you made it fall apart. But not everybody knows that, right? So you try to troubleshoot. And what I would find is you would eventually ask them, well, do you have it? And they'd say, yes, I have it right here. And they would pull it out, and instantly I knew what the problem was. Because I would look at that dirty, caked up brush that has who knows how many days, weeks, please don't say months, worth of foundation, and it's misshapen, and it just desperately needs to be cleaned. And then once you clean it and show them how, they're like, oh, okay, that's what happened. Y'all, you have to clean your makeup brushes, your sponges, your tools. You have to. It's not really an option. It's a must, because I want you to think about every time you put something on your face. It's your babies. It's your face. Like, it's your face, right? Like, you want to be gentle and kind to your face. And what I find often is you go through all sorts of things, right? You walk around in the world, you've got smog, you've got people smoking and their smoke is hitting your face. All of these things are happening. If you have a kid, they're touching you and kissing you and licking you, because little teeny tiny kids, that's just their life, right? You have all of this on your face. And if you are constantly taking the same brush, putting stuff on your face, next day, same brush, putting it on your face, same brush, putting it on your face, all of that bacteria, all of those, just, they're called free radicals, just the stuff that's out in the air, you're just putting it back onto your skin. And we talked about cleaning the other day, your face, right? Like your skincare. You have to also keep your tools clean, because you are, first of all, it just gets all gunked up, right? So your tools aren't going to work the way that they're supposed to. So here's how I want you to think about it. Ask yourself this question. If you were going to go get your makeup done by a makeup artist, okay, real quick. Oh, awesome. If you were going to go get your makeup done by a makeup artist, would you want them to use the same tools on your face that they just used on somebody else's face without ever cleaning them? I know that my answer is no. If I just saw a makeup artist use sponges and brushes and like tweezers on somebody else, and then it was my turn and they're like, okay, let's do this, and they had the same exact tools and they never cleaned or sanitized or even tried to wipe some of it off, I'd be like, no, thank you. I don't want you to put that on my face. So it's the same with you. You need to protect your skin from your own behaviors, right? So that's today's lesson. You have to clean your tools. What I am talking about includes eyelash curlers. You got to sanitize them, right? Little scissors that you use to clip your eyebrows, tweezers. A lot of people, especially with their tweezers, because if you have the pointy end, and sometimes there are certain hairs that you just kind of have to like dig to get to, you want to clean and sanitize all of that stuff. Okay. So that is the full 5-day challenge. You'll notice I already have my makeup on today. So I'm not putting on anything new, but this is your opportunity to do your makeup if you haven't already, because today at this very moment, I'm ready for the big announcement. Da, 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 da. I feel like I want like confetti and what are those things, like not a flamethrower, but like a confetti cannon, right? To like shoot confetti out of the air. That would be so awesome. That's not what's happening, but a girl can dream. Okay. So today, right now, if you go to 85beauty.com, you can now sign up and buy your ticket for the Beginner Basics Workshop. Yeah! Beginner Basics Workshop. It's here. I have been working on this for months without really telling you about it because I wanted to make sure that I got it right. And I've been talking with lots of you behind the scenes and getting details and questions answered. And this is what you've been asking me for. And so it's here. So I have lots to tell you about it. I'm going to go ahead and just dive into what it is, okay? What it is a 5-day online group workshop. So unlike my videos that I come on and do like once every Monday or like these 5-day challenges that I've done, this is going to be a group workshop where you are going to be able to talk with each other. As a teacher, what I know to be true is that you can learn on your own and that's great, but when you learn in a group, it's even better because you can go like, hey, do you understand that part right there? Or, ooh, hey, I've tried this before. You should try this too, right? So group online program, it's 100% virtual. So you can do this from wherever. If you are at, I don't know, like, so let's say like you just put the kids down to bed because it's going to be at night, right? Put the kids down to bed, jump on here. We're going to have an hour of instruction and a Q&A session for every day. And then right at excuse me, you're also going to have a private Facebook group. Now we have 85 Beauty Society, which is like open to everybody who just wants to go and talk beauty. Like that's just like our happy land of let's talk about all the makeup things, right? But this particular group is just for beginner basics workshop members. So you can troubleshoot. I'll jump in there, give you insights that I just don't share anywhere else. And I'm going to be in there helping you out as you help each other out. It's great to build community, you know, to just like have some friends, meet some new people virtually, right? In a safe space. But here's kind of like the basic idea. I'm going to tell you a little story really quickly because throughout the week here, I've been teaching you some tips and some frameworks and some ways to think about how you approach makeup that really shifts your mindset. I don't know about you, but lately everywhere I turn, we're talking and hearing about mindset, right? Well, like, yeah, if you have the right mindset, then it's going to transform everything you do. And I just believe that to be true. But I am blending mindset with skill set. Okay. So you are going to have actual practical skills. How do I blend this eyeshadow? Right? How do I make sure that my lipstick doesn't start to travel all over my face? What else do I have on here? Not giving it all away because then you won't, if I tell you everything, what's the point, right? Skin tone guidelines about what colors will work and what colors will not work. Those are the types of things that I'm giving you while also giving you further, deeper understanding about the how. How does the 5 work? How does understanding the canvas? What skincare should you be using? How do you know? Those are the things that we're going to talk about, okay? So story time, really quickly. I want to tell you about a friend of mine who is also a client. And just to protect everybody, right? I will never share client information. But this is we're going to call this person Morgan, okay? Morgan is my client. And this is not sharing her information. This is just sharing my feedback and noticings about Morgan. And it's going to make sense in just a moment, okay? So, talking about Morgan. Okay. Morgan and I met in a class for grad school. So what I noticed about her right away is that she was just super duper friendly. She was so kind. She was definitely shy and like introverted. She wasn't somebody who was going to be like the life of the party or invite a whole bunch of people in. But when you talk to her, the more and more you talk to her, you're like, wow, she's just so great, you know? So spent all this time with Morgan. She was super helpful in my class. I tried to be equally helpful, but you know, sometimes when you're learning, you're just like, anybody who can help, please help, right? So overall this time, one of the things that I noticed about Morgan is that she didn't wear makeup. Now, I just need to tell you because there's confusion about this and I hear it from my friends and I hear it from my family and I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I am not judging anybody's makeup. I always will notice if somebody's wearing makeup or not. Y'all, I have like supersonic eyesight for that kind of thing. It's my life. It's my passion. It's what I love. Of course, I'm going to notice, but I'm not sitting there like staring at your eyebrows and going like, oh man, just give me a tweezer. And if I could just get to, no, that's not happening. I'm not looking at you and going like, oh, that lipstick. If I just could get like 5 minutes with her, I'd change her lipstick. No, I just want you to like live your life and feel pretty. I'm probably going to compliment you and say like, hey, you look really pretty. But I'm not like sitting here judging your makeup. So I just want to say that because it's going to make sense in a moment, right? So I noticed that Morgan didn't wear makeup, but that was just a noticing, okay? So when I launched my makeup coaching program, which I call MCP, you're going to notice that I like to abbreviate because, first of all, like I said, I talk really fast and I have a lot to say. So if I can say it faster, even better. So MCP, makeup coaching program. When I launched it, I was super excited to see that Morgan joined. I was like, oh, I didn't even know she was interested in this. This is amazing. So Morgan joined the program. And through the makeup coaching program, it is a 4-week intensive. I have calls with you. I do a full recommendation list. You get into learning about like who you want to be and how to express that. It's a full situation, right? So worked with Morgan, and from what we were talking about, I could gather that she really just needed like a foundation that was going to work for her. So we found a foundation, got her all squared away. And then of course, in my recommendation list for her, I add some extras because I'm extra and I want people to have some options, right? So remember, Morgan and I are friends. So I would see her socially. And she did the program in May. It is now November. And every time I see Morgan, I've just started to slowly but surely notice. First, I noticed when she started wearing her foundation because I was super excited about it because we had very carefully gone to find the right one for her, and we picked it out and we color matched her and it looked great. And to see that she was wearing her foundation, I was like a proud mama. I was like, yes, girl, do your best. You're amazing, right? But then I just started to notice the way that I noticed her a little differently. Like suddenly I realized that Morgan just looked more confident and she was doing things that were outside her comfort zone, just like in her regular life. And I was like, whoa, what's happening here? Morgan is looking more confident. She's acting more confident. I am seeing that when she's around, people really notice her and people are paying attention. And when she talks, people listen. That was true before, but now it's almost like she is attracting people to her like a magnet. You just suddenly now are in Morgan's presence and you want to know what's happening. You want to be there. You want to see what's going on, right? And I was like, wait a second. She got a foundation. That's it. She bought a foundation. Foundation is not going to change your whole life, y'all. It's just makeup. But the way that she began to carry herself and the way that she expresses herself to the world now is totally more like vibrant. And every time I think about Morgan now, I'm like, man, she's just thriving. She is thriving. And if you're hearing this story and you're like, yeah, I want to thrive, that's what this workshop is for. Join the workshop. Done and done. I'm just letting you know. The biggest change I could say that I have seen at any time, like maximum amount of products on Morgan's face, foundation, a little bit of mascara, and some lip gloss. So I'm not even saying like she's got like a full face situation going on. No, she has some beginner steps of, okay, she got her foundation and then she put a little mascara on one day. And then sometimes she has a little lip gloss on. But she is walking through this world with so much confidence. And I was like, I want to be you when I grow up. You are amazing. And I don't bring a lot of attention to her because she's an introvert. She's not looking for all that. But I definitely love a compliment. I think we need to compliment each other more often. And I'm just like, wow, girl, you are rocking it. So if you hear this and you're like, yeah, I need that. I need to, that's what I'm looking for. That's what this program, sorry, I get stuck talking about MCP and then I go to program. Workshop. That's what this workshop is going to do for you. So here's what you need to know. It's going to be run in January. So right now, just hold your horses. You are buying your ticket now and it will be hosted in January. So y'all, let's just be clear. Holidays, I have 4 birthdays to celebrate. No, I'm sorry, I missed one. I have 5 birthdays to celebrate between now and when this program runs, mine included. So 85 Beauty is set up so that we kind of hibernate through December because there's just way too much happening. I'm a teacher, I've got report cards to write. Like it's a busy time. So want to get this sale so that you can already, Black Friday's coming. Y'all, sale's going to be over before Black Friday even gets here. The doors are open now. You can go to 85beauty.com/beginner basics workshop. Go get your ticket right away. It has the full rundown of all of the details, but we're closing the sale on Wednesday. Like today is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, sale's over. It's closing at 6 p.m. So if this is something that you want to get in there. And I just wanted to tell you, the makeup coaching program is just under $400. It's a serious price tag. And I recognize that. And a lot of you have been saying that you want to work with me and you want help, but that's just a little too rich for you. And I hear that. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Not everybody can do it. But y'all, this workshop, 5 days. I'm just going to tell you, it's cheaper than a trip to Target. It is right now $19. That's it. Of course, there's tax. I'm a business owner. I have to provide tax. Pennsylvania says so. It's not my fault. Like I'm just telling you right now. Taxes are one of those things, right? They take over. But $19, that's all it is for you to jump in and do this. It's a great gift. And yes, you can gift it to somebody that you're like, doesn't really sound like it's the right thing for me. But I know like 2 or 3 people who would love that. So this is your opportunity. Doors are open and I am so excited to get started with y'all. So go check it out. And I will put all of the information in all of the comment boxes wherever you may be watching this video. I really appreciate you joining me for the 5-day challenge. And I hope this has been helpful and just that you are feeling a little more confident to go out and face your day. I hope you have a great Friday. I hope that everything goes your way and that you can have a wonderful weekend. You all take care. Sending you lots of love. Stay fabulous. Bye, y'all.